right now, as it should be, on the final guest of the Tom Berkowitz Trucking Hotline. He is the son of Tom Berkowitz himself and spokesperson for the Tom Berkowitz Trucking. His name is Jimmy Berkowitz. You may know him already. He joined us at the party, the post-draft get-together. Jimmy, thanks for joining us here on the show.
Of course, I'm glad you guys called me. You're finally part of the program.
Yes. Well, Jimmy, due to the absolutely incredible popularity of the Dynasty, have you seen the profits at Tom Berkowitz Trucking skyrocket over the past few months? I'm sure the answer is yes. I guess I'm just kind of wondering, how much did the profit skyrocket? Like, are we talking billions of dollars or trillions of dollars?
Well, I was oddly confused because graphs at work, but there has not been any spike in dead hooker disposals yet. I really would have thought after all your publicity that would have skyrocketed, but it really has been stagnant.
Okay. So let me just get this straight, Jimmy. The dead hooker, I guess, has not increased. So there are still some, but not more than usual, which actually does also surprise me, considering some of the coaches we have in this league. You know, the Whiffins, the John Costanzas, and whatnot. But in general, your profits, I'm sure, must have gone through the roof.
Apparently with all the football fanatics that watch this show, they're all apparently cheap as well, because no, they have not changed whatsoever.
Son of a bitch.
Damn it!
Exactly.
Wow.
First $20 and underspent.
Oh, you don't mean that.
No, of course I don't mean that. I've actually listened to a couple of the podcasts. I enjoyed it, so it was worth it to have my name thrown out there with such garbage that you guys throw out there, but I appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you, and along those same lines, Jimmy, and Bub can attest this, we worked really hard to ensure that Tom Berkowitz Trucking has gotten the appropriate exposure that you deserve for sponsoring our glorious league. We did a commercial for you guys during our keeper selection show. You may or may not have approved of the message of the commercial. We've promoted you guys within our Pulitzer Prize-winning Riverdale Gazettes. And most importantly, we've plugged the shit out of you guys within this very podcast. And as a matter of fact, we've actually had some celebrities, such as the creator of Nerf, Ren Geyer, read Tom Berkowitz Trucking ads on the show. We even actually had Howard Stern Show's Steve Brandano tweet out to over 21,000 people the link to this podcast, which plugs you guys. So we just hope that you guys may, maybe would you consider maybe sponsoring us again in the future, or are you maybe gonna just kind of part ways mutually and kind of chalk it up to a mistake?
No, I'm actually surprised. I was unaware of all these huge celebrities that you had putting my name out there. Nerf, obviously, I love Nerf, but I would definitely be open to saving a couple dollars and putting it back into this and being a little bit more into the league next year, because I have to say I'm a little bit envious of how nuts you guys go over the most pointless of games because you want an extra 10 yards from your quarterback or whatever it may be.
That goes right into my next question, Berkey. I have it written in front of me. Watching Heney and myself and Zach on Sundays, does it ever make you want to start playing fantasy football?
It does. It's the only thing is I know damn well that I cannot get into it as much as you guys will. Like, I know you guys would hate me the way you hate Puma, who would just sit there and drink and make dumb comments with you guys all day up in Heney's attic. Like, I would like to do it. My drafting would not be anywhere near as serious as you guys is, and I would just make dumb comments the whole time, and I would not be screaming and kicking everything in sight. But it does seem like I'm a little out of the loop, as well as I am envious of how you guys care about every single person's spread and point and every defense and all that. I am a little bit jealous of that.
Well, maybe we can start you off in one of our rookie leagues next year.
I would not be opposed to that. I would definitely. I gotta get in on this anyways. I've talked to too many people that do it, and I'm way behind the times on this, I think.
Excellent, Jimmy. Well, we'll be in touch with you, maybe regarding a maybe possible future sponsorship again. We do want to be a little bit courteous to maybe some of the other businesses out there. I mean, we have quite a long list of businesses that have lined up to sponsor our leagues. But you know what? I think since you're kind of a friend to us here, and a friend to the league, a friend to this show, and obviously a wonderful guy, we want to be courteous back to you. So even if we do end up going another route with another sponsor, next year, maybe we can still, if you would like to, chip in a little bit, we can always maybe have something, else be sponsored by you guys, like maybe a trophy, or maybe like Riverdale Studios here. It could be the Tom Berkowitz Trucking Riverdale Studios. So I'm sure we can figure something out. But until then, Jimmy, I just wanted to again thank you, honestly, for sponsoring our league, and we will make sure that you get the link to this particular show, because at the very end of this show. I actually put together a montage of all the different celebrities, all the different coaches, all the different people we've had throughout this season who actually Tom Berkowitz Trucking. They're all going to be kind of piled together in a compilation, a montage at the end. So feel free to listen to the show, but maybe pay special attention to the end. Maybe you can appreciate and enjoy that part.
Oh, no, I definitely like to hear it, and like I was saying, I'd like to be a part of this crew for a while. I think you guys got a good little niche here, a good little crew going on with the parties you guys do, like when you did Jillian's and the parties before the season. I'm assuming you're going to have one afterwards with the trophies and all that. It seems like a nice little crew you got going on there, so glad to be a part of it, and obviously I'd like to stay on being a part of this.
Excellent, great to hear, and when we're the feeling is mutual. So, Jimmy, thanks again for being on this show, and thanks again for sponsoring us, and I guess we'll all be in touch with you.
That sounds great. Thanks.
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks, Jimmy. See you tomorrow.
Take care.
That was this week's Dynasty Podcast Interactive Segment.
All right, Bob, I've honestly had a blast doing the podcast here with you this year, and if you could maybe pick out maybe just a few of your top moments, maybe your favorite moments, what would you say they are, kind of thinking back to them?
Of the podcast?
Yeah, the podcast, sorry.
Well, I mean, obviously, my number one.
Ren Geyer.
Has to be
Sure.
Ren Geyer.
Yeah, that's going to go down in time. I mean, Hall of Fame, just first ballot, it's going to happen.
I think just off the top of my head, number 2 was probably the week that we called random people.
Random citizens, Madeline. And,
Yep. And we tried to get Tom Brady's number.
We tried to get Brady.
We called the Bradys, and she was a saint,
yes.
Peach. So that was fun.
That was fun. How about my mom?
Oh,
I mean that would have been.
I don't even think of that as a podcast moment anymore, just because it's like real life now. So it's
yeah,
it's lovely.
Some of the when I think of some of the best moments, I think of some of the just the rants that we've had. I know I've had a couple. Maybe one specifically. I think towards Jay Young and his horrible enigmas. I think you've had a few.
Me and Phil going back and forth,
and you and Whiffen and Brandon when you called him out on being
super excited.
Yeah. But you know what, Bub? I've actually put together a little bit of a montage.
Oh, you did?
I did. I guess we can call it the best of 2012's Dynasty IX podcast moments. So it's I'm gonna be honest with you, it's about 10 to 12 minutes or so.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, but so you know what? Sit back, grab your penis in one hand, and grab maybe a popcorn in the other. And then, hopefully the audio's okay. And as you all know, we're dealing with amateur equipment as usual, but I think it should come out fairly well for the most part. Sit back and enjoy, and we'll be back right after this little montage of a walk down memory lane. The Dynasty Podcast in the second season of broadcasting from Riverdale Studios was remarkable, with the key addition of co-host Bub Palucha. The amateur-like banter, rants, swears, and sexual innuendos were top-notch. Glorious jingles accompanied by the new and extremely well-received interactive segment, which featured such stars such as Jackie, Barbara Hoshka, the Andruzzi, Jamie Eisenberg, and of course Ren Geyer, catapulted the show to epic heights. Let's listen in to a montage of the best times of 2012.